Hello everybody, this is Make It Better, and today we're doing What If Deku Had Nightmares Part 11. I am trying a new mic, so if you hear something different, that's basically the reason. If not, well, this thing is a piece of crap. Anyway, let's get started. I have no excuse. It's all my fault and whatever. Last time we left off, Zuko and Suyu with Manila got to the edge of the water section. And right when they were there, Zuko was looking over at Aizawa getting beaten down by a monster, the Nomu. But Suyu and Manila were looking somewhere else, seeing the very thing in the middle, the center. That's what it was. That hand guy, Shiraki, is telling all the other villains to attack and keep going and saying that's the rule breaker, is a cheat code, all this other stuff towards Aizawa. And when he looked over and saw the three kids, he rushed over and reached out for his hand. The two were scared, but Zuko looked over, saw what's happening, and he, without hesitating, removed the gloves in his hands and reached over for Shiraki. Now, at this point, Shiraki was about to move his hands away from the two and go for Zuko. But the monster itself felt the danger that Shiraki was about to have and took over, shielding Shiraki in that instant. The monster, well, he didn't get affected because it wasn't on his stomach. It was on his stomach. That's where he got attacked. Come on, hurry. Alright, where was I? Zuko, taking this chance, charged up One for All for 5% and hit the Nomu. As it makes a huge wave of smoke, it shocks Zuko that he didn't feel the pain of a backlash of One for All, or even the monster itself is not moving at all. Kind of terrifies him. Shiraki tells him that he's stupid, being a weakling. He has no way of beating this. This was built to beat All Might. He gets a little scared, a little bit, seeing that he can go all out and might hurt somebody, but for this monster, he might have to go all out for it. So he goes and tells everybody, well, Suyu and Manila, to get out of there and help Aizawa, and he'll take care of this thing. As Shiraki was about to touch on Zuko again, Aizawa woke up just enough time to cancel out his quirk, and Shiraki did not affect him. Shiraki looked away and saw Aizawa turning off his quirk, but Zuko took this chance and grabbed onto his arm and pumping enough black ooze into him. But it was only a few seconds because he was why? Oh fuck! It smells like smoke over here. Man, I really wish I wasn't feeling sick today. All right. Where was I? have to be focused on everything. Here we are. Now when Zuko did this, Shiraki looks back and sees some black liquid on his arm. He tries to swipe it away because that's disgusting to him, but it just got closer onto his hand and disappeared. Shiraki doesn't know what's going on, and he starts to remember his past life. Well, when he was a kid and how everything was, but even worse, where even his mother doesn't even trust him. Keep going worse, everybody has beaten him down and more. And Zuko, when Shiraki finally let go of him and Aizawa closed his eyes, Shiraki is like screaming and screaming. He's not passed out. Zuko did not want that to happen. To this point, he's actually gotten way better with his original quirk, to a point where they don't pass out. They are screaming during this whole time. That was a car. How was a car able to do that? Oh. Now over. Yeah, that's bad. Back over on mine. Zuko took his chance and tried to attack Shiraki. Shiraki is tried to give orders to anybody, nothing happening, and then the Nomu itself was given original orders to protect Shiraki at all times. So it rushed back again and blocked the punch. Shut up. They had to go fast. Fast. Now for Zuko, he's still hit into the monster with 10%. It seems like nothing happened, so he raised it up, and now Shiraki is seemingly being taken care of by Zuko's after effects. Why is this thing so slow? Now over to everywhere else. It shows that Zuko is fighting against this monster. The monster is throwing a few punches, a few kicks, more of punches than anything else. Screaming out loud towards Zuko, but it's not saying anything. But for Zuko, he's punching back with 10% of one for all, and even 15% or 20%. And it's draining his bones, but it's not breaking any of them. He's kind of happy that he knows now what his limit is, but he doesn't know if he's going to last long enough for heroes to come in. As this kept going, Aizawa is trying to turn off his quirk, but it's, even if turning off his quirk is still as powerful. Zuko is pushing it back, but not as much as everybody needs it to be. Now, at this moment, the door was giving a huge, what's this fuck? Dude, really? What the? Basically, a guy is in front of me. This is not the turning lane, and he's turning. So, he's blocking basically the whole thing just to turn. That is why. And I think he just gave up turning. Hopefully. Sorry about that. Ooh, 10 minutes. Dang. Two big dongs or ringing throughout the whole USJ of metal doors cracking and bending. 2 dents came from the doors, and then one more hit on the doors, broke it out. Both of them flying out into the USJ. One went into a stray, but the other one went straight towards Zuku. Someone yelled at Zuku to duck, and Zuku immediately did what they say. When he did it, the door itself hit the Nomu and pushed it back all the way to the center where everybody else was. All the other villains were. Now, All Might stepping out and see the damage. It gets real pissed by the villains that they will fight against children with no experience just to have a little bit of an advantage. As All Might finally gets through, he sees the situation and he goes to Aizawa. Aizawa is being taken care of by Tsuyu and Manel, and they both explain what's going on, what's happening, the best that they can, and learn. And well, All Might is learning that Zuko has been taking care of a huge villain that's been taking all of his a bunch of his fists and staying still. But Zuko has not gotten hit. He looks and asks where Zuko is now. Ooh. Oh crap. That's not fair. You've got to be calm. Why? Seriously? What the heck? Really? You got to be fucking kidding me. Is there any... Hold on. Alright, I'm had to do a huge U-turn for this. So unfair. Okay. Alright, back to the story. You guys are gonna get a little bit longer until I get to the other side of the fucking street I need to get to. Now, when All Might finally gets there and learns the situation, he stood up and went straight towards the Nomu. When Zuko took his last few punches after getting up from that one, he was going to go straight towards it, but he was stopped by All Might. Zuko looks at him, kind of tired, and just nods and walk right back. Why? Oh man. I'm really hoping it's not blocked. Now for Zuko, he went back to Aizawa and checked if he was okay. But Aizawa is telling them to look for the other kids. We need to make sure they're all safe. And Tsuyu was going to offer herself, but Zuko tells her, no, I can do it. I'm faster than all of you. As he charged up one for all the way to his body, making full counting. Well, yeah. Well, not really. He's just charging it on his legs and started running. He's kind of like doing a skip of sorts, but it's still faster than everybody else. Then he goes to each zone and learning that everybody else has actually taken care of the villains by themselves. which is a little surprising because he thought they will be scared like, well, Manila, but more relieving that they are not acting like him. So he just tells them to go to the center where Aizawa was, over at the stairs, and the heroes are here. And they are very grateful, and they left. And he kept going to each and every one. He met with Bakugo with Kirishima, sees that he's taken some villains down with some more brute force than he'd like to admit. But it was all in the name of justice. Oh, man. Now for Zuko, he gets a little more tired from all of this, and he decides to go and leave to the center, taking care of any other villains that are trying to escape, which were about 3 other ones, taking them down easily. No fighting back really. I mean, they can't, because they're seeing how the ultimate weapon is getting beaten down by All Might. Their one plan is failing. So, after everything has happened, they have arrested basically everybody. There were some injuries, basically only on Black Hole. I don't remember her hero name. And Aizawa. There are some students that have some sprains, but that's more useful. Because I really hate this road. Okay, I'll just talk right through it. Fucking hate this place. As Zuko is getting treated by the recovery. Sorry, I had to stop it because it was getting worse by the second. Now back to it. Zuko, why? Of all things, why? Back to the story. Come on! Yep, I'm getting annoyed just by this fucking road. I thought I would be annoyed by everything else, but no, just by this fucking road. Sorry about that. I just need a little... Okay, I think I'm calm now. Back to it. Everybody is now exiting, and everybody by this time, and let me explain. As All Might was taking down the Nomu, and how bad it was getting, that the Nomu was getting beaten down so far and so much that Shiraki was told by the portal guy that they need to leave, but Shiraki is still screaming by all the pain. So he just immediately takes him and leave everybody else there. So when All Might finally finished the fight, he looks around and he thinks he lost a few. What the? Why? Oh my gosh! One after another. Alright, back to it. Few hours have passed by. Zuko and everybody else in the classroom is now over at school in their very classroom. But Aizawa is not there. What is there is Nezu. And Nezu explained to all of them that they will get a week off of school for them to beef up security for this will never happen again. They're kind of relieved, and they kind of leave after that because that was their last classroom for the day. So, moving on, yeah, nothing really happens during the week. Zuko is just training to a point where he actually masters his original quirk. Now he can control how much is coming out, but the only drawback is he has to do it himself. He usually goes to a doctor and they do it, but he had to do it himself of draining out as much fluid that he collected in the end of the month for a clean sweep for the next month. And the only reason is because he's been making a whole lot more gunk of the black ooze in that 1 month, to a point where it's almost like he's making 2 gallons of worth of it. So it's basically dangerous for anyone, for him, if he ever let go of his gloves. Moving to the next scene. Everything went kind of normal, but when Zuko gets back into UA after that 1 week, everybody is more friendly and good terms with everybody else, which is all good. But when Zuko enters, the ones that had voted for him goes towards him first and thanks him for being a great leader, and they knew they chose the right person for this. Zuko tried to turn the compliment to everybody else that they worked hard, but they're not having it. And to that moment, the teacher told them that it was Aizawa. He came back in full bandages, and he just told them all to train for the sports festival that will be coming in 2 weeks. And I'm going to end it at this point. Thank you for listening. Sorry for all my rants. Have a nice day.